Good day, students. I am Ms. Visadine Paulse. I am the program leader for the intermediate phase at the Faculty of Education. I am based on the Potchefstroom campus. There is my office number as well as my email address where you can contact me on. So my task today is to welcome you all, to make you feel welcome, to welcome you into our little beehive that we have going on. You are now officially part of the busy bees in our hive. Um, Today is also to motivate you and encourage you for what lies ahead. And as I've said there, this will be a wonderful year. So who am I and what can I assist you with? What's my role in this beehive, you would ask? As I said, I am the program leader for the intermediate phase, and I can assist you with any queries related to your academic career, registration queries or problems which you might be experiencing. I can assist you with your module selection, anything which you are unsure of in terms of those, you are more than welcome to contact me. And if I can't help you, I can direct you to the relevant people who can. So as you know, throughout your own schooling, you have gone through 4 different phases. And I see that you guys have decided to become intermediate phase teachers. So just to remind you that the intermediate phase deals with those learners who are in grade 4, 5, and 6. So those will then be your intermediate phase students, grade 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so as a contact student, you have a minimum of 4 years in which to complete your studies and a maximum of 6 years. But it would be preferred that you do it within those 4 years. So try and get everything done, stay up to date with all your modules and everything, and make sure that you do it within 4 years. But we know life happens, but it should not exceed the maximum of 6 years. If it does, your studies will unfortunately be terminated. As a distance student, on the other hand, you also have a minimum of 4 years in which to complete your studies, but you have then a maximum of 8 years to complete your studies. But then, as I mentioned previously, try to do it within the required amount of time. And then, if you exceed those 8 years, your studies can then be terminated. During your 4 years of studies, you will then have 3 compulsory language modules which you need to complete. You will have your home language, which that is on this means that it's the home language that is on your matric certificate. This you will do in your first year. For the first semester, you will have your additional language, which is on your matric certificate again. This will be in your second year of the first semester, and then you will have your language of conversation, which where you are taught the basics of a language you know nothing about. So this is very helpful because you're not sure at which school you might be placed, and when you go to a school where learners maybe speak, let's say Setswana, for example, you know the basics of that language so that if a learner is in trouble or something happened to that learner and this learner is trying to explain the situation to you, you basically understand what the learner is trying to say to you. So it is very helpful then. With regard to the home language, English as a home language is only offered on the Vaal campus. So it's not offered on our campus, but it's only offered on the Vaal campus. isiZulu is only offered on distance, Sepedi only on distance, Sesotho only on distance. So basically, in terms of the home language, the two options or one of the two options which you can then choose is either Afrikaans or Setswana. Then, in terms of the additional language, isiZulu is only on the Vaal campus, Sesotho is only on the Vaal campus, Afrikaans is only on the Vaal campus. So the additional language which you can then choose is English. So, the language of conversation, which you can choose, cannot be the home language you had at school. Okay, so the language of communication will assist you, as I said, if you get to a school where the learners speak in their mother tongue, and you will then know how to assist them by being aware of the basics of that language. So you are taught the basics of a language which you know nothing about, and therefore you cannot choose your home language, or what you had at high school as your home language, or on your matric certificate. You cannot choose that as your language of conversation. Then you get your work component, which is the work integrated learning, but I'm not going to go too deep into that. Is the person responsible for the WELL, or who knows much more than I know about that, will then deal with WELL specifically. So just to touch on it, as I said, WELL is compulsory for your degree. You cannot obtain your degree if you have not completed the WELL component. It is twice a year. You might not be placed close to home, so prepare yourself for that. It's not to say that you will be placed in a school close to your home. There will be cost to you as a student, of course, housing and traveling, especially if you are not placed in a school which is close to your house. So please prepare for that. And it gives you as a student an outlook on the profession. I think when it comes to teaching specifically, you need to be in it. You need to actually work with the learners. You need to actually be in the teaching environment and situation, and that's where you will gain a lot of experience and exposure. So it's not enough to just learn it on paper. You need to actually be in that environment and experience what teachers experience on a daily basis. So it is a great opportunity for you to learn on the job then. Please ensure that you are familiar with Ifundi. There will be electronic study guides. You need to have access to the internet. Um, your lecturer will communicate on Ifundi most of the time. So please make sure that you are well aware of what's happening on Ifundi. You are able to read announcements, open assignments, and so forth. And to add on to the whole idea of Ifundi, um, most of the assignments, especially now with the COVID period, is mainly electronically. So please make sure you have internet connection, that you check your Ifundi regularly, and whatever such your peers and your lecturer is using to communicate with you. As I said, most of the assessments will take place mainly electronically. If you have any other questions, or you are still a very unsure, uncertain bee in our beehive, you are welcome to contact me. I will address any concerns or questions you might have. You are also welcome to familiarize yourself with the website, our website, so that you can get as much information as you need to. There's also the Fundi site, which clearly explains whom you can contact for what, and just to settle all those questions and all those uncertainties you may still have. And on that note, from me as the intermediate program leader, I just wanted to say that I believe in you and you've got this.